International Group. Thank you for joining us. Peace.
Brother Trav presents Hit Gym on Round Here Radio. Keep it locked.
For some reason, it won't, I don't know what's going on. Is it still not moving over there? Because you don't want to have two lives coming from the same page. I just started the one on your phone. So if you want to try to start it from your Uprise or something. If you're going to get it to work, tell me. Hello, everyone. We're starting on the show and having some technical difficulties, so just bear with us here. As you can see, we do have a topic of the day. We would love for you to tune in. Share with others. Go ahead and share this live feed. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. And if you are listening or was able to tune in to the actual site or app, you heard the topic of the day. What's happening? Yeah, that's why it needs to be in a case. Yeah, so our topic of the day is artists on, especially hip hop artists, MCs, rappers, rapping or performing over their own vocals. Like, how do we feel about that? But I'm starting it on your phone, so don't do it there unless you're going to do it from a different page.
Okay, how do you do that? Okay, we on
So you want me to end this one?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I told you we were having some technical difficulties. If you will,
It locks your cursor.
go ahead and hit go live so I can. Okay. If you will, go ahead and we're gonna end this live. If you can go back to Brother Trav's page and join that live feed, we would greatly appreciate it. I do apologize. Thank you.
Starting broadcast. Please try again.
Okay, we're gonna stay right here, Trav. Just don't.
Stay right there until I get on.
No, because people don't need to be jumping off one feed to go to another feed.
You on the Uprise page?
No, I'm on your page.
Okay.
This is the Brother Trav page, right? This is okay. Just having some issues with the computer here, so.
All right, peace family, how y'all doing? It's Brother Trav, God Brother here, live and direct from roundhereradio.com. Thank y'all, appreciate y'all for joining us, as y'all do every single Sunday afternoon. We're having a good time here in the studio, working out a couple of little technical difficulties with my laptop, so We got you here on the phone, and we'll probably just follow this lead. So go ahead and share this particular feed that you've got, and this will be our official feed for the next 2 hours. We're going to have some interesting dialogue, and so if you'd like to chime in, you can actually do that by calling in 706-955-4802, or you can just submit your comment here on this live feed here on Facebook. And again, what we're talking about, our discussion, our topic for the day is performing over your vocal tracks. Rappers, hip hoppers, some of y'all are doing that right now. I understand some singers and stuff are doing that right now. So I don't know, is this something that's acceptable? Because I'm just kind of old school like that. I don't think that's something that I look forward to. If I'm going out to a live show, and especially if I'm paying money to see a performance, live performance rather, I don't want to be able to hear the same track that I could take home on a CD. But that's just my opinion. How y'all feel about this thing? Right now, what we're listening to is the name of the group, or is this the name of the song? Soul of Morocco.
Soul of Morocco is the name of the song.
The song is called Soul of Morocco. Islam to all my Moorish Science Temple of America people out there that are following us. Islam.
Brother Trav presents Hidden Gems.
We're in the middle of our international section, which is the way we start off every single show. We like to boast about having over 200,000 listeners worldwide. And so the music that we're playing is definitely not for a local audience. We're playing music that we are acknowledging is being heard all over the world right now. So, join us, feel the vibe. In fact, close your eyes and take a little ride with us,
Go ahead and turn that on up for a little bit. Hello. We're working it on out. Make sure you share with other people. We want to go ahead and on this next break, come back and have a discussion. It's not connected to the internet now, so I just restarted it. And if you have an opinion about it, you can definitely post now. How do you feel about other artists on their tracks, on top of their tracks, or not? Because sometimes the music will be playing and you can hear the tracks, but the artist or performer is not performing those lyrics or singing the lyrics on the track. So if you're going to perform it, I feel like, you should at least be on top of the track, right? On top of the vocals, right? Angel Brown, hello. Singers too, that's right. Hello, Monica.
Singers, yeah. Are there some singers out there, Angel Brown? Have you witnessed that? Have you witnessed some singers out there that are doing that locally? Singing over their vocal tracks?
Hey sis, what's going on, Monica? How are you?
We're going to be joined by a very special caller in the entertainment industry, very distinguished person in the entertainment industry. We're going to be joined in just a few minutes here, so definitely chime in on this conversation. It's got Facebook buzzing right now, so I'm going to tell y'all what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody who feels that it's absolutely okay to be spitting over your vocals.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for.
Have you been having issues with the reception? Have you been having issues with the reception? right. It's warmer in here today than it has been. Right now we opened up with our world music set. We started with Soul of Morocco, which is one of my favorites. I have an infatuation with Morocco. I'm going to go there one day soon. And so right now we're listening to Ali Farka Touri. I'm not pronouncing this correctly, but that is also from the motherland, Africa. And coming up next now, we're going to have Yemi Aldi. So I can't even
You know what you think going? But the live is still going.
Okay. All right. And so I do see a couple of you joined in here commenting. I do see where I have Bonafide Beats says it's not okay unless you're on Soul Train. LOL.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Soul Train, you know, they've been doing that forever, ever, and ever, and ever,
And you don't expect anything else. You don't expect anything different.
But absolutely. But what's going on Soul Train is they are actually lip syncing. Like they don't even, their mics aren't on.
Right. True.
Right.
True.
So, you know,
And that's the difference between, you know, singing or rapping over your tracks as opposed to lip syncing, which I don't like it as well. So yeah, definitely want to keep that on Soul Train, right? So, but thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday. We had a late start, but we're on our way, and so we'll be here until 4 p.m. If you want to hear the music being played and you're moving around, you can definitely go to roundhereradio.com. There's ways to listen. If you scroll to the bottom of that site, you'll see the TuneIn app where you can search for Round Here Radio. We also are on Google Play, Round Here Radio. Download that app. And you can also go to roundhereradio.com and listen live. Just recently, we were added to Alexa Radio. So if you have Alexa, just state, Alexa, play Round Here Radio. And you'll hear all independent music 24/7. So, I'm gonna make them move. Okay, so you can actually see the comments and everything. All right, and so if you are available after this song here, we can definitely take call-ins. The number here is 706-955-4802. We would love for you to call in and state your opinion, whether you oppose or you agree.
Yeah, Brother TJ, if you out there in cyberspace somewhere, call in. You got a caller. Caller, you're on the air. Thank you for joining us as Brother Trav presents Hidden Gems. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us? Caller, are you there? Hello? Let me turn down that music. Let me see. Okay, I can barely hear you. If you can speak up, or maybe we need to turn something up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for hanging out with us on this Sunday afternoon. You are now tuned in to Brother Trav presents another episode of Hidden Gems Live with my co-pilot, Sister La.
Greetings, everyone.
Yes, indeed. And so we just got a dose of music from the motherland. How about that, Sister La?
Yes, that was a little short segment there. And right now we have a caller. And so, caller, this is Sister La. May I have your name? Hi, TJ.
Okay,
TJ.
so we barely hear TJ.
Okay, go ahead and turn down your music, please.
Okay, hold on.
There we go. That's the issue.
All right, TJ, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All
Okay,
right,
okay.
greetings.
Yeah, we hear
Hello.
you. Yeah, right. We definitely hear you loud and clear now. Thank you very much for calling. Ladies and gentlemen, who we have on the air is the CEO of South Star Entertainment. His name is TJ Turman. TJ, if you've got your volume up, please turn it down because we get a lot of feedback from whatever your feed is there.
Okay, hold on. I got everything turned down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, thank you very much for joining in. And I'm going to give the listeners a little bit of background of what's going on. Our topic of the day is performing over your vocal tracks. Is that acceptable? Is that unacceptable? Why would you do it? Why wouldn't you do it? Things like this. Actually witnessed a live show. I witnessed this in person as usual. And this time I made a couple of Facebook posts about it. And most people are in agreement that no, you should never perform over your vocal tracks. And then TJ, you came on there and you had a kind of opposite opinion, maybe a different opinion, or you were adding on. And I wanted you to chime in. Let the listeners know how you feel about it personally.
Definitely not a problem, Brother Trav. I appreciate you for having me on today. You know, you and I have a history. We go back years ago. And when I seen the post about the topic, it made me think because I currently have artists that I manage and promote, and we do a lot of shows all over the place. And a lot of times when we do our shows, we actually use the tracks with the vocals. So when I seen the post, I agreed with you and I disagreed with you at the same time.
Right.
And the reason why I say I agreed with you, because anytime you say live, live is right now. There's no substitution for the word. There's no alternative. If you're live, you're right now. You're not when you recorded it. It's not yesterday. It's right now.
Right. You got one chance.
So, right.
No do-overs.
To give you an example, if you take a spoken word artist, you never hear them perform over a vocal track.
Right.
You can't do that.
Okay.
Not only is it not acceptable, but how would you do that? At any given time, it could change up.
Right. The cadence could change and everything, right?
Right. All based on the mood. I mean, it's still going to be your piece, but depending on your mood, depending on and what's going on, depending on how that piece is projected. So when I saw the post, maybe a lot of other people didn't pay attention to it like that, but yeah, I pay attention to it like that because it's something that I go over off and on with what I do day in and day out.
Okay, so elaborate a little bit more about why is it that you have your artists performing over their vocal tracks?
Okay, to answer that question, why would my artists perform over vocal tracks? My artists will perform over vocal tracks for this main reason here, Brother Trav. When we get booked for a show, most of the time you're supposed to do a sound check. Most of the time, they're supposed to be set up for a live performance when they book an artist, right? We agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
Okay, so anytime you're what I call a regional artist, I'm not going to say local, but a regional artist, and you're on the rise and you're up and coming, most of the time, 8 times out of 10, you're going to be booked at a club or a venue that's similar.
So you're saying that are you saying that a club may not be equipped to be able to have you perform without your vocals?
Well, I'm not going to say that they're not equipped, but they're designed, or they don't have somebody in there to actually have it set for live vocals. And I've seen that many times where, not even just my artists, I'm talking about other artists, they'll go up to perform. I had a singer that I signed about 8 years ago. And when we saw her performance, it was not good at all. It was kind of horrible. And it's because we thought the mix was wrong. Because all you could hear was the music most of the time. So when she got off the stage and we met her and I talked to her and she sung loud for me, I was like, wait a minute. We didn't get this in the performance, but we didn't get this in the performance because it wasn't set up for true live vocals to be performed. If you understand, if you get my drift.
So the track that she performed over did not have vocals over it.
Did not have vocals on it at all.
Okay, and so maybe just her mic wasn't turned up loud enough.
Right. The sound engineer is responsible for that.
But the thing is, she had did a sound check beforehand, and it still was not set up properly. When it was time for her to perform, I guess in the midst of the night, or whatever was going on, they may have made some type of, some type of change or something. But whatever went on, it wasn't set the way you could really hear her.
Right. And so go ahead.
And when you're performing, you don't get a do-over.
True.
I see people try it, but there's no such thing as a do-over. Once you perform, you perform. So she felt really bad about the performance. I told her, well, when we started working there, I said, well, that's one thing you never have to worry about because, number one, whenever possible, we do sound check. Number two, I have my situation designed to where either way it goes, the audience is going to get what they're supposed to get from me and my people.
Okay.
And so therefore, we what I do is I have 3 different ways we can do performance. We can do true live, where you don't have any leads on the record at all.
Okay. Right.
And then you have then we have what I call a partial live, is when you have all the vocals, but the lead vocals are turned down low.
So TJ, I'm going to go ahead and stop you there so we can continue the conversation because we do have to play some music. So I apologize for cutting you off here, but I want you to hold with us so we can continue this conversation, okay?
Yeah, stick around, TJ, because maybe we're going to probably play about 3 songs. So you might want to hang up and then call back so we can continue this conversation. But it's definitely interesting hearing a different perspective because, we're kind of like Scrooge when it comes to it because we're just kind of like, no, never, no, not acceptable. Mm-hmm. And what I've been fishing for is somebody who feels the contrary. And I definitely know there's people that feel the contrary because every time we go to a live show, we witness artists spitting over their music.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and get into some of this dope music. Stick around with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for hanging out with us this Sunday afternoon on Brother Trav Presents Hidden Gems.
Brother Trav presents Hidden Gems on Round Hill Radio. Keep it up.
All right. Thank you so much, TJ. You still on the line with us? Okay. He hung up. Okay. Yeah, so if you're tuned in, we were just talking to TJ Southstar Thurman about whether it's acceptable to play, to sing, rap, or perform over your own lyrics, over your own vocals. And so he has a different opinion about it. He believes that, you only have when you're performing live, you have one shot. So it needs to be the best that you have. And so I can definitely understand that thinking. But if you're performing live, this is me. I want to hear you perform live. I mean, I would hate to go to we went to Anita Baker a couple of months ago, and I would have hate to go to the concert. And if Nita or one of her background vocals was tracks, it would have been unacceptable. Because first, I'm there to hear the vocalist, right? I want to hear her talent. And then, also, I paid money. I can go listen to the CD all day long. I mean, Anita Baker and Janet Jackson's on Spotify all day long. So what's the point of me going and paying money to actually see the performer display their art? And knowing and going to many live shows, I know that when you perform live, it is going to be different. It is going to be different than what's on the album. I expect that because as an artist, you're creating, right? You're constantly creating. So every time you perform, every time the DJ gets up there and his scratches aren't the same. I don't want to hear the same scratch every single time. I want to hear what you're creating as you perform in live. But that's me. And, we're definitely going to continue this conversation on our next break. I'm hoping that TJ can come back and share a little bit more with us on that and what you're doing with your artists there over at Southstar.
Right, or anybody else, man. The phone lines are going to be open today, 706-955-4802. However you feel about it, call and let us know how you feel. Mm-hmm. Chime in on this Facebook Live feed. We'll read what you're posting there.
It's not a performance.
I said it.
It's not a performance.
Okay.
I get what TJ is saying. I get where he's trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
Using your vocals is a fail-safe if you know the system might not be correct.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the voice of DJ Swag, who's actually the president and owner of the studio here at Round Here Radio.
But
He always got something to say.
I'm looking at this from, again, a professional level. Why are you performing at an event where the sound isn't correct? You shouldn't be performing then if you have to worry about that. If there isn't an actual, if it's just a DJ there, there's no sound engineer, then you already have messed up. That's not an event.
Right.
You're there to perform.
Right.
People came to watch you perform. Your ad libs in it, still, yes, you can leave that. The hook in it, you can leave that.
I can take heavy mad libs. I can take heavy mad libs.
Your verses, oh no, you can't be up there Milli Vanilli. You're supposed to give those verses. Right. You have to give those verses live. Mm-hmm. It's not. We already know it's not going to be the same energy as it was in the booth, and then however the engineer mixed it and mastered it. It doesn't have to have all that reverb on it. We know how the song's supposed to go, but we're supposed to hear your vocals, not your track. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A bunch of showcases, artists be like, "Man, I had to title song," and you really did, but you had the poor stage presence because you're Milli Vanilli. You're up there Milli Vanilli.
Is this a caller?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another caller.
Is that TJ calling?
I can't tell. Let me talk to him.
All right, caller. Hello. How are you? Who's calling? Greetings, Gorgonus. We're like on a music segment right now, and if you're wanting to join in, we definitely want you to go ahead and state your opinion or comment here. And so, are you available to hang around for a couple of minutes?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Actually, this is no peace.
Yeah, you got like 2 more pieces.
We have 10 minutes. Will you be able to call back in 7?
Okay, yeah, probably.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
cool.
Yeah, and so I do show see some of the comments that you guys are leaving here, and I'm going to read some of these when we come back on air. Right now we're in our music segment, but I really do appreciate you all tuning in. Go ahead and share this link with others, share it to your favorite page. Inbox anyone that you think that would be interested in this conversation. If you are wanting to hear the music and get tuned into that, you can always go to roundhereradio.com. The TuneIn app has Round Here Radio. Alexa has Round Here Radio. Google Play has Round Here Radio app.
We can actually share the comments right now, because when the callers are actually calling when we go back on. Okay. Jonathan Anthony Griffin, he said basically what you said, Swag. He says, I don't know. He said, I got mad ad libs and no hype man. So the ad libs, he's acknowledging that the ad libs are something cool.
Was I saying mad libs?
No.
Was I saying mad libs?
Yeah.
Instead of ad libs? I didn't even realize I was saying.
He said he got mad ad libs. He's basically saying he got a lot of ad libs.
The ad libs in your song, that's fine. The hook in your on that verse, that's fine.
But not the full
actual verse. No,
you
can't do that.
Right.
You can't do that. And then another thing, the counter. I love what TJ said. Okay, the system might not have their own correct sound system. Nothing stops the artist from taking in their own sound system.
That's
and
true.
mics.
But then too, I mean, I have seen artists stop the track if the sound wasn't right, and they would go ahead and perform a cappella, whatever they had to do to deliver at their best.
Yeah, but that goes back to the venues and sound checking. Anybody can just say, "Hey, we're gonna play local artist music tonight," and run with it.
Right.
Everybody don't know how to throw an actual event or performance
get
or a
sounds
concert.
And lighting and all that.
Exactly. All of that matters. It's a show.
Right.
You want people to pay money, top dollar,
Let me
to
tell
watch
you,
you,
Mr. Swag,
but you're giving me crap.
We would put on events, and we would have people come, and we're like, if you can't come to rehearsal and you can't come to sound check, and we can't get the music by a certain time without your vocals, then you can't be in the show. People are mad at us in the city because we require that on our stage.
That's rightfully so.
We don't want you to come the day of the show and you got a thumb drive
brand.
and then you're sticking it in and we don't know what you're performing. You don't know what you're performing. Oh, can you go to skip that track? No, we don't do that.
Let me tell you, in my lifetime doing this thing, live shows, I've had artists that are performing and they actually bring their same CD that they would sell to a customer for the DJ to play. And then when they're on stage, they're going, okay, DJ, go to number 3. Okay,
and
can you go back to track 2?
A full track.
I've judged showcases where the artist literally got up and performed the song they just recorded in the studio. So guess what? I heard you mess up in the booth on this one part 20 times. Guess what you did on stage while your vocals are still playing? You messed up on it. The song kept going, but you messed up. And when you messed up, yeah, everybody can see it in your face. Dang, I messed that up. I still messed it up.
Right.
And so your vocals are still playing, but now your performance don't match your vocals because your face is saying,
and that's all about performance. Okay. So at that point, forget the vocals. You don't even know how to perform.
Thank you.
You know, and that's why I'm so happy that when I was introduced to the stage here in Augusta, that we was improv. Because Brother Trav would call me up, and I didn't even know what we was doing. I'm like, well, I'm getting called up on the stage for it, and we would have to improv that thing. Meaning that I had to think quick in my head. Like if I was doing my own pieces and I would forget stuff, I still had to go because the music still. I can't tell the band to stop playing. I got to make it sound good for the audience, right? Exactly. So that I had on the job training with that thing.
It's a part of stage performance,
right?
I mean, you can blame it on the venue, but at the same time, as the artist, you signed that contract. You're giving that performance. You know what you're walking into,
right?
That's on you too.
Right.
That's true.
Now, TJ, I'm because I see TJ still out there. He's still on the line. And just to elaborate, we had a conversation on the phone, and you're absolutely right. If you got your vocals on the track, then the artist needs to be dead on. They got to be on top of that track like white on rice, to where we can barely, maybe not even tell. But that's not what's happening at these shows that we're witnessing with our own eyes. That's why I use the analogy on the Facebook post that I put out yesterday about the training wheels, because it actually seems like you're really not ready. Artists, you're really not ready for that live performance. You're not confident that you know all the lines and your cues and when to come in. Sister-in-law also mentioned another good thing yesterday. Big thing, which is breath control.
Yes.
Rappers, hip hoppers, that's big with you.
It should be a requirement. If you want to call yourself an MC or a rapper, you should have breath control. You should have control over the words that's coming out of your mouth. And so that's part of the actual title of being a hip hop artist. So, yeah, I mean, we should have standards and we should be able to. All right. Hello, who's calling?
No, something's going on with the Skype. Okay.
Oh.
It was there and then it hung up.
Here, we got a couple more opinions here.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go back. We got another song.
This is the last song, and then we're coming back to go ahead and take a call.
Okay.
So if you're willing to call in, go ahead and call in now.
Jansen Dow says it's unacceptable. I can understand having your hook and your ad-libs playing, but performing over your whole track is a no-no. Do you not know your lyrics? Put some effort into being on stage. Absolutely, effort. Put some effort into being on stage. I want to feel like you rehearsed. I mean, we came out, we paid money to see you perform. I want to feel like, you put some time and effort into rehearsing. Tell you what, we poets, we got to do it. We can't slack on that part.
Nope.
We got to memorize.
You better.
Got to.
You better. But could you imagine a spoken word artist performing on top of their vocals? Is that acceptable?
All right, you talk to him.
Okay, caller. Thank you for calling in to Hidden Gems Live. This is Brother Trav. You are?
Hey, Gorgon.
Okay, peace, Gorgons. All right, hang out with us for just a minute, man. We're going to bring you back in when we come live on the air, okay?
Okay, right, if you have the show playing, if you will, go ahead and turn it down so it won't give us any interference. Once again, you can always follow us on roundhereradio.com.
And so Tracy, Mama T's out here, she says, I'm all about the live entertainment. Even if you use a track, do it without the voice. Only the music. Live entertainment just should be, that's all.
I like
Why
it.
you have sound checks if it ain't right? Fix it before showtime.
That's right. That's what sound check is for. Amen.
Javonda Patrice says, right, anytime you're on the mic. Thank y'all for joining us and hanging out with us this Sunday afternoon. We appreciate it. Okay, so TJ, hang on a minute. We got somebody on the line right now. We'll catch you on the next segment and go around, okay? We got Gorgonus on the line. He's going to give us a different opinion. He's going to give us his opinion. Hang on just a minute, Gorgonus.
You turn that music up so I can hear the when it ends. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, who we're listening to right now is Leanne LaHavas. This is actually a song that she's accompanied with FKJ, one of our former Hidden Gems of the Week.
Yes, this track right here is called Unstoppable. It's an FKJ remix.
I think Leanne LaHavas was also a Hidden Gem of the Week.
She was. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end this music segment, and we're going to get ready to talk about this topic here. If you know anyone that you think would be interested in this topic, share with them, tag them in the comments, inbox them this site.
Make sure you're hitting your hearts and hitting your thumbs ups.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Definitely appreciate the support.
Gorgonus, how's it going today? Yeah. When the sun is shining, I'm good. No complaints from me.
I'm good at night too.
Good at night too.
The sun ain't got to be shining for me.
Hey, I need the sun.
You got the sun.
What's going on, Trav?
Yo, what up, bro? What's good, man?
It's awesome, man.
Peace to everybody that's hanging out with us. We're getting ready to go back live on the air in just a couple seconds here, discussing our hot topic of the week.
Tune in to Hidden Gems with Brother Trav every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Round Hidden Radio.
All right. Welcome back to Brother Trav Presents Hidden Gems. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this Sunday, beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Augusta, Georgia. We're hanging out at Bottom Line Studios. And we have a topic of today. We want to go ahead and get straight to it. We have a caller in our topic. Our topic is it acceptable for a artist, a performer, a rapper, a singer to actually perform on top of their own vocals? And so we actually have a caller. Our caller here is Gorgonus. He is a local MC here in the Augusta area that's doing big things. And so, Gorgonus, thank you so much for joining us today. What is your opinion about the topic today?
I mean, honestly, if you're a live artist, and as every artist, you should honestly take the stage as it's your application or you're applying for bigger things, man. So if this is something that you have working towards, do it without the vocals. You know what I'm saying? Do it raw. Give them everything. If you do it just like the next person or the next person and the next person, you're not changing. What are you there for, to be honest? You don't really need to be on stage. That's my opinion. Other people might have other opinions, like, hey, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but at the same time, what makes you different? You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. You gotta an artist and you gotta give everybody everything. if you're just putting the music up there and you're recording over your music and messing up over your music.
Right. Really messing up over your own music. Right. Right. Got it. And so basically I heard there that performing and having a stage, basically that is your audition to the next biggest thing, right? So you want to be able to give everyone your best. And I think your best is not performing over vocals, but that's me. And it seems like you agree as well. And so, yeah, you know, I couldn't imagine you performing over your vocals. And I really do enjoy you, Gorgonus. So yes. But yeah, thank you for that statement there and that opinion.
Right. Yeah, Gorgonus, I just want to add on. I think if you performed over your vocal tracks, it would take something away from your performance because you're so animated and you've got a lot of emotion in your lyrics, and so sometimes that emotion, it's got to be genuine. It's got to be coming out of the microphone and not out of the out of the speaker and off the track.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's like you already got mumble rap. You're already taking that from the essence of hip hop. Now you're recording over your own music. So I mean, what else are you taking? You want a social security number? Come on.
Well, exactly. And I mean, and a rapper and an MC should be the one that is performing, right? So yeah, you are taking away from the foundation of a rapper MC. Because if you have no breath control, if you don't know your lyrics, if you don't know how to hold the mic, like why are you a rapper? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna pretty much just say, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? It's, you can't please everybody. So
that's true.
Just use that as a stepping stone towards greatness.
True.
Okay, definitely agree. Thank you very much for joining us and giving us a call today, Gorgon. Let's continue to do great things.
Right.
Yes, and so. Yes, all that's listening, please do look up Gorgonus. He is a beautiful artist and he's on all music platforms. You can purchase his latest project on, like I stated, all platforms, and that's Gorgonus, Gorganus. Gorgonus.
Thank you.
Yes, much love, young lion.
One love.
All right, we got TJ coming in.
All right. And so we've got another caller right on deck.
Yes, caller. Go ahead and turn down that background.
Okay, TJ, thank you very much for calling us back. Yes. TJ, okay, thank you very much for giving us a call back. You wanted to elaborate some more about your perspective, because I'm telling you, man, I'm looking at the feed here on Facebook Live and listening to the calls that we're getting, and you're kind of like losing the battle when it comes to those vocals, man.
Trav, I could never be losing this battle. The reason why is I think I'm speaking from a perspective of where a lot of up-and-coming artists they haven't reached yet. And a lot of onlookers, when you think about it, I even posted this in the chat. When you go to a Jeezy, Boosie, a lot of these shows, I've done a lot of shows with a lot of majors. I've even been on tour where I work and done merchandise with majors. You'd be surprised at how many people actually have underlying vocals on their records. You just don't, a lot of times you don't know it because they, like you said, they stay on the top of the vocal, number one. And number two, 9 times out of 10, y'all know the records anyway.
All right, TJ, we're going to cut you off right here and get back into some of this dope music. We'll be back right after this.
Tell them stay on the line.
Stay on the line, TJ. And in fact, I'm going to try to bring him in here.
All right, y'all can talk to him. Go ahead.
TJ, you still there?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool, man. All right, we can continue the conversation. We're just live on the Facebook Live feed right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead with what you were stating.
Well, I was just saying that I can't trust and believe I'm an old head. I'm an old school cat when it comes to anything I do in life. I don't like a lot of the new music, and a lot of times I don't like a lot of the performances. And it's not, for the most part, that they're rapping over the records. The reason why I say it is, like I said, I've done shows with majors, and they do the same thing. A lot of what I did, and I picked up was from the success of others that's gone before me. So when I'm doing something, 9 times out of 10, because I've seen it work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
I do know that a true live performance, when you perform for a live show, that's what it's supposed to give. I totally agree with that. Mm-hmm. And I heard somebody comment and say that, well, if the sound's not right, you shouldn't perform. I'm gonna tell you about that, Brother Trav. If I travel 3 hours, 4 hours out the way to get somewhere, and they get ready to play the music or whatever.
Right.
8 times out of 10, Brother Trav, is never going to be completely correct. I'm going to tell you that up front. I don't know if a lot of people have done a lot of shows outside of their area, wherever their area might be, but I do shows all up and down the East Coast, and I'm telling you, 8 times out of 10, the sound is not going to be correct.
But you know that earlier that day,
I'm
not when you pull up that night.
I'm not going to tell you that I completely agree and people just performing over their vocals. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is, a lot of times when you get the best response, well, for me anyway, number one, the artist has to know the material either way it goes, period. There's no substituting on that. And the artist has to be able to perform their material with or without the vocal. No substitution on that. But you will lose a lot of people. I heard somebody say, like, if it's not correct, they'll tell them to stop it. When you do that,
no, that's not going to work.
When you do that, you will lose the audience 8 times out of 10 versus 10. It's been a situation where people have won the audience from doing that, but compared to the people that have lost the audience.
But you know what, TJ, this is Sister Law. And, you know, the other night we were actually at a show that had multiple artists that were performing on top of their tracks. And I'll tell you this right now, they knew exactly what they were going to perform before they got there. They came with their music. The young man, he actually started the music. He didn't start with the lyrics. Then he was mumbling the words. He was not on top of his lyrics. And then in the middle of the song, he stopped completely
to go to another track
and said, while the lyrics are still being heard, to tell us that he didn't want to perform that song anymore and to go to the next track, that he did horrible on the whole set, trying to stumble and catch up with his own lyrics that was being played. So this is what we're experiencing. It's not that we're experiencing artists that's on top of their vocals and they're on point and we hear them. We're talking about the artists that we hear them and they're not saying the right word. They're on the wrong verse. They're laughing at their own lyrics. They're playing the game. They playing.
I'm sorry.
They playing with us.
So that's a particular type of artist. I'm not saying that. I was just speaking in general. So if we're going on that type of artist, I'm not going to tell you I disagree with you. I totally agree with that, for what you're saying. But that's what people that's not ready. You know what? A lot of times when that's done, it's because people are trying to put up what I call filler. They're grabbing people, probably most of the time at the last minute, to fill out a show. Somebody that's paid to be on a show. And they don't really know what they're asking. They don't really know what this person's background is with their music.
Right.
Because if they did some homework, they would know who they're putting on that stage.
Right.
True. And they'll be familiar with their performance as well. Should be.
Right. Man, you talked about that, Brother Chad. A lot of times, like, people are knocking open mic. You can't knock the open mic because there are people there at the open mic that's looking for people to fill these other venues with.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and that's a whole nother can of worms. We have spoken about the open mic. We've spoken about the open mic on previous shows. There was a campaign going on in the area that they were trying to get artists to boycott the open mic, basically saying that the open mic was irrelevant. So we did that conversation already.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thank you for sharing your opinion with us. I see your perspective. I do. I think that's a challenge for everybody. That's a challenge not only for the MCs to step up, but it's also a challenge for club and venue owners, sound men, promoters. If you're the promoter of the show, it's your show. It's your brand that's on the line. So if I'm going to a show, sometimes I don't even know the people that's on the bill, but I do know who promoted it and who put it on. And if I come to one of your shows and somebody, a couple artists didn't do good performances, maybe I might not hold it against that artist. I might not want to be coming to none of your shows. So promoters, is dangerous to be putting subpar talent on the bill.
Right.
I mean, if it's an open, which, don't get me wrong, is not the same as the open mic, because the open mic is the open mic. But if an artist's name or face is on a flyer,
right? Because I mean, I feel disrespected sitting there and someone is just on stage playing around. I really do, especially when I could have stayed home. I got out my home, I got dressed, I came down there, and I'm spending money at the door and at the bar, and I'm possibly trying to find out if you have products so I can purchase. I got it. So yeah, I feel like, that's my time and my money, and then you give me, basically, subpar. You shouldn't be on stage. And so that's where the conversation started with me and Brother Trav, is, going to that show. And it was just like, okay, this is enough. Like, why do we have to sit through something like this and then clap our hands at the end of the night like it was okay? No, it's not okay. That's not good music. That's not an artist that I want to follow and support.
Okay, right now we're Swag. If you could turn this tune up right here. Oh yeah, we got a fat jam.
Yeah, this is Saw Rock.
What up, TJ? You good, bro?
This one doesn't stay, so I might want to.
TJ and Swag talking to you.
What's going on, Swag?
I'm good, man. Just checking on you, man. Checking in on you.
Oh man, I love these discussions. I love talking. A lot of times, just like I call you Swag, I call Brother Trav up a lot of times. Nobody even know we have these discussions. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know, man.
And you know what?
That's what industry people do, man.
Right. And TJ, I appreciate that.
It is. It's healthy dialogue.
People can have a different routine and talk about it.
Right. And not call each other out their name and all this other stuff. Like all of a sudden I'm whacked because I have a different opinion about something, and you want to come beat me up because I feel that way.
Exactly.
Right. So I appreciate it, TJ, because you prove every time that you are a mature man about it. You know what I'm saying? We can talk and have these discussions. So I really do appreciate it.
TJ, you're the man. I've got the utmost respect for you. Just like we said yesterday, there's not a whole lot of guys who was doing it when we started that's still doing it. So, yeah, man. This is not a career for the faint. How do they say it? How they say it, TJ? This is not a career for the faint of hearted.
Oh no, that's why you don't see a lot of people come in and go out.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, I have plenty.
Well, the ones that y'all started with, they sitting down right now.
A lot of.
Right.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I was looking at something, and I hear this all the time, and a lot of times I'll see where, not just in the government, I'm like any month, you have artists that's in that area, they feel like they deserve to be on, this, that, and the third. But then when you look around, you never see anything being promoted.
Right.
You see where they getting co-signed, and people know that they got talent. And when it's time to do something, people picking their favorites and who they think has the talent. But my thing is, you ain't putting in the work.
That's right.
You're
Put in the work.
Not only that argument, but you're doing your area and because you're telling people that this is who's not. And I think we need to get away from that a lot of times. Most of the time, we need to get away from that. Because no matter how much I think my homeboy is awesome, if he's not working, I had this conversation with somebody. They called me. They're like, "Hey, I want to do a feature with Fantasy." I'm like, "Okay." And I said, I want to hear out what you got going on. Well, I got this record, man. I want to go on my album. That's dead. That is dead. There's nowhere in the world I can have an artist that's investing their time, their money into their craft for somebody else that's not doing anything at all. And now you see this person is moving a little bit. So you come over here and you want to get a little piece of the pie.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
No cost. That don't make sense. And the same thing goes with promoters and radio shows. When you got people that's investing money in their situation to provide a front or forefront for you or other people, and you coming with nothing in hand, it's like on the me. If you don't have anything in your hand, you ask me for something, you're not able to give me that now or later, 9 out of 10, that answer's going to be no.
That's right. I agree.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Everybody's got to have something to bring to the table. We're going to break bread, right?
Exactly.
All right, TJ, man, I appreciate you for hanging out with us. We're going to go ahead and continue the show. When we come back on the air, we're getting ready to get into our hidden gem of the week, but we'll continue this conversation on the second half of the show. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, man.
Thank you. Same here, brother.
All right.
It's TJ Turman with South Star Entertainment, well decorated. He's got so many awards. I don't think they'll fit all in one bookcase. So TJ Terman, South Star Records, doing big things. South Star Entertainment, rather.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us this Sunday. You could be looking at another live, but you're here with us, and we appreciate your support. Hidden Gems have grown this past year on air, and we're continuing that. So we appreciate you coming along on the ride with us.
Got a secret for y'all.
Why it's gotta be a secret? It's not a secret if we on live. You on?
I'm not gonna tell y'all on the app.
Don't tell me.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in with us here at Brother Trav Presents Hidden Gems. And that was a little segment right there for the hip hop heads, for sure.
Hip hop. Yeah, that was the Ladies Lounge, Ladies Life groove, excuse me. We ended that with Sarah Queen's Philosophy, and then before that we had Star with Sankofa, Mother Nature. So
yeah, Star, I like what she puts out. It's STAHHR.
That's right. And prior to that, we started with the Queen's sister Ursula Rucker with Super Sister. That's one of my favorite tracks from her, so I really enjoyed that.
Right. But right now is the time that we do every single week at the top of the hour. It is time for our hidden gem of the week.
Yeah. All right. And so our hidden gem of the week, actually, I've been on this kick with producers, right? That's been my thing lately. But, me and Brother Trav, we were sitting around the house and we decided to Netflix and chill. And, we were starting on the second season of Luke Cage. So
we're all Luke Cage fans.
Yes, I'm sure everyone knows about the Luke Cage show. Is an action-packed series that follows the evolution of Luke Cage, and he's like a Superman, superhuman with unbreakable skin and super strength, right? And it's based in Harlem. So of course, Harlem's Paradise, which is a nightclub that's featured in the show, they actually have artists that come through, and that gave me the idea to go ahead and start pulling some of the tracks from that soundtrack. Yeah. Now, the soundtrack, season 2 and season 1, was produced by Adrian Young and also Tribe Called Quest, Ali Shaheed Muhammad. They actually came together, and I love Tribe Called Quest, so any production from there. But Adrian Young, he actually is an American composer that plays several different instruments, that decided to become a composer as he learned different genres of music. So they came together and they've given us some awesome music.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like to tune in to the Luke Cage series, is because of the dope soundtrack.
Oh yes, like the music in the background during the fight scenes and all that. So yeah.
And then when they're in that club that you're speaking of, Harlem's Paradise,
yes.
Right, there's always some.
Yes. On that second and third episode, I was like, I have to pull some tracks. So this set is actually going to be a couple of different scores that was written for certain sections, like a Luke fight scene, him strolling down the sidewalk. We also have a track called "Them Call Me Bushmaster." So yes, and if you're into the series, you definitely know what I'm talking about here.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
Yes.
This is a little different than the norm.
Yes, it is. Each track is about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes long, so they're not long. So it's a handful of tracks there that we're just going to go through right quick.
Right. It kind of reminds me of I think it was New York Undercover back in the day.
Okay.
New York Undercover, that was remember New York Undercover?
I do.
Okay, and they would have this bar that they would go to weekly. That was also in the New York setting, right? And they would go to this bar, and there would always be some dope artists on stage, and maybe D'Angelo or somebody,
Right.
But that was always a great part of that show as well.
Right. Well, this segment right here for our Hidden Gem segment is actually going to be the actual scoring that was written by these two arrangers. And so less of the singing and more of the production. That's what I'm about these days. So thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Hidden Gems. Sit back and relax and enjoy.
Sure.
All right. And so if you haven't already, do go ahead and let us know how you feel about the show. You can always go to Brother Trav Hidden Gems on Twitter. You can also follow us, me and Brother Trav, on Uprise Enterprise on Facebook. And you can reach us by mailing us at upriseenterprise@gmail.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're always looking for dope music to include into our playlist. We'll let you know how to submit that music in just a few. Y'all stick around for our hidden gem of the week.
Hidden gem of the week.
All right. Thanks so much for hanging out. Miss Presley said, yeah, New York Undercover had the best music. I still have a CD.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
New York Undercover, right?
Yeah.
That was
But I think that's what I like about this Luke Cage season. Like they give
The scoring is great.
bro, they giving us some dope music.
Right.
All that club music, like I ain't heard one yet that I didn't like. The Ghostface one was alright.
Yeah.
It seemed like he's off on a couple of parts, but then he's New York, so he
Right.
got it back. So it was it threw me off a little bit. But other than that, that's the only one. That
Like tracks like this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I love that feel. I love that feel. Like he's walking down the sidewalk while they playing this.
Now this the Luke fight. It says.
Oh, this is the end of it?
Yeah.
Going into a stroll.
Well, get ready to start his fights.
It's a Luke fight.
So the next one is strolling. That's the one. He walking down the sidewalk like. And so getting back to the subject here. Hello, Facebook Live.
Where my MCs at, man?
Well, we have
Give me some
Kid Justice.
We got the Kid Justice on board. We got Gorgonus on board, man.
Yeah.
Some dope instrumentals for y'all to spit over, man.
And so Kid Justice states, he says, it's very disrespectful to the stage performing over your vocal track. I haven't done it yet, and I don't think I ever will. There's a thing called practice that will extremely help out with your stage presence. In fact, my friend Saw Jules can teach you how to present yourself on stage. $25 an hour. Hit her up.
Boom.
Hey.
I like that support, man.
I know, right?
What did Don say? Don, you better cut that mess out. We are not showing our age.
What happened? Don Wilson?
Yes.
Yes, my sis.
We
Hey,
are.
sis. We always show our age every episode, don't we?
I'm not up there with y'all. I remember.
Wait a minute.
I'm not,
What?
No, I'm just
Wait,
saying.
because I think I might be the youngest in the room. Don't put me up there with y'all.
Why I gotta be up there? I'm young.
Okay, I'm young.
Either way.
Either way, we
was
all know.
around see New York Undercover.
And we was all in front of the TV on Thursday nights, was we not?
Yeah.
We were all around for that part.
I didn't miss one.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind if they brought one. If they came back with a Netflix series, I watch it.
Yeah, you know they're reloading a lot of different things, so
It's a big deal.
it's stuff's supposed to be in the works. So
It should be there.
yeah,
That show was groundbreaking
Yes.
because you see so many spawn, shows that's like it afterwards.
I think that was the first show where we showed our swag.
can I listen to this one?
And it seemed like all the other shows after that kind of took that swag away from. That's when you got the living singles and all that other stuff. It started after New York.
And then maybe the police wouldn't get such a bad image because that show shows some cool cops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Cops that you can relate to.
Cool
Yeah.
cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see that no more. You see Ice-T.
Everybody's a dirty pig now.
Oh yeah, no matter what show, right?
Right, they're all dirty pigs.
Everybody's a dirty pig. Like, good gracious. Like, ain't no good cops.
Wow, they can't write that into the
I mean,
script.
everybody has those one or two cops that you know that's been in the neighborhood for years. That you
That
might
know
have
the
did
neighborhood,
something,
they
but
interacted with the neighborhood.
everybody
Now they don't live in the neighborhood. They don't care who's in the neighborhood. They just beat the neighborhood. Right. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Right now we're playing our hidden gem, which is actually off of the soundtrack season 2 Luke Cage, Adrian Young, and also Ali Shaheed Muhammad from Tribe Called Quest. They actually got together, and you know, season 1 was not their first time working together. They actually had
doing a lot of snitching scenes.
The snitching scene. Yeah. Know Your Billy. Know Your Billy. Yeah. And so, yeah, they've actually have collaborated together with Ghostface Killah and, you know, of course, Kendrick Lamar. They did a couple of tracks on the album that was untitled, with all the untitled tracks. Was it one with all the untitled tracks untitled, or did it have a title? Kendrick Lamar.
All of them untitled.
Yeah, but was the album itself called? Was it untitled?
I think it was too.
That's the one that was all black, right?
Yeah. I want to say everything about it was untitled.
Michael Belton, he shared his opinion on that topic of the week. He said, first, I respect all artists. I just respect those artists who don't have vocals over their tracks because the message becomes lost when delivering your art to the people. The same goes for a poet that memorizes what they write instead of reading it from the paper. Effort.
Right. Definitely.
Peace to Hennessy Williams.
And it's noticeable when you on stage and we can hear your vocals. You're not giving that effort. Like it. I don't know why artists don't realize it. It's because you don't practice in the mirror. If you don't see yourself, you're showing your effort. We know you're not giving a show, not performing. It's boring.
That's why I said I feel disrespected because I could have stayed home.
Yes.
And we up here, yay, after they performing. Why we do that?
I'm going to tell you a true story. This is something I witnessed firsthand. I'm in the booth at a particular venue, witnessing a live show, live and direct on a big stage. It's not a little small place. It's a big stage. And I'm in the sound booth with the sound man as he's observing that the rappers are speaking over their vocals, which he didn't know that was getting ready to happen. In turn, he was upset about it because he doesn't usually allow that on his stage at this particular venue. So what this dude did, the sound man at the time, he turned the microphones off on the stage in the middle of their performance for at least 30 or 40 seconds. And the dudes kept on rapping.
No, they wasn't rapping.
I mean, they kept on.
Because you didn't hear nothing.
Like it was almost as if they didn't even recognize that their vocals weren't being transmitted through the mics.
Right.
And a lot of them don't.
They just kept on going. All right. Thank y'all very much for hanging out.
Oh, not back here. Now we're back. Now you can go.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
yes,
it's we're back.
That's your part.
Well, let me do it then. Let me do it. Yay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That was our hidden gem segment, which came from the season 2 soundtrack of Luke Cage, which is scored by Adrian Young and Ali Shaheed Muhammad from the band Tribe Called Quest. And so, yeah, got to hear a couple of scores there that they created. That last one was Them Call Me Bushmaster. So that was actually the scene that he was introduced to the season 2. So yeah, I think maybe that one and Strolling and No Harlem Blossom. Oh, all of them are my favorites. How about that? But you can definitely go out there and find the soundtrack. I actually went to YouTube and they have all of them listed individually and they have it as an album as well, so you can play that straight through. But I think you will enjoy that, and you also will hear artists that have had music out for years that are being displayed on this piece of work as well, and some new tracks. Ghostface Killah was on the season 2. We just saw an episode 3 or 4, which reminds me, Adrian Young and Ali Muhammad, they both actually hooked up together prior to the Luke Cage project, and they collaborated with Ghostface Killah, and also Kendrick Lamar's Untitled #6 on the Untitled album, which that features CeeLo Green. So yeah, they've done some work together and very familiar with each other. So I'm loving this collaboration. It's like, you know, producers and them getting together. That is like my thing, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Cool.
Which reminds me, new music that has just been released, Jazz and Nova. So you know I'm a Jazz and Nova fan, right? So they just released a new album called The Pool, and they have one track that I'm really digging right now because I'm familiar with Paul Randolph. It's beautiful, and so I do encourage you to go out there, Jazz and Nova. That's JAZZANOVA. And the latest project is called The Pool. It doesn't matter what you listen to from Jazz and Nova, you'll be sure to enjoy that.
Right. And also another new release out here in the music industry is there's actually a new release from my favorite jazz artist, John Coltrane.
Yes.
Sounds weird, right? You know, he's been passed on for quite some time. But this album is actually called The Lost Album.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, these artists, they make a lot of music, you know, especially jazz artists like John Coltrane. They probably spend, you know, 3/4 of the day creating, and the other quarter probably sleeping or getting high or something like that. But you know, when they're not doing that, they're creating, or actually doing all that at the same time. But John Coltrane was one of those dynamic artists that was always in the studio. He was always collaborating with great artists. And I got a little alert on my Spotify that let me know that there was a new album that just came out, and it was the John Coltrane's Lost album out there. So jazz heads, go check that out for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and speaking of new releases, man, now it's just a wonderful time in the music industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like 2018 has been raining down new releases in the hip-hop industry, just
yes,
all kind of music is just coming
got a
at us.
handful of friends that we know personally that have been able to release some projects over the last 6 months. So it's been a lot. I haven't been able to keep up.
It's a lot to listen to.
It is. Well, you know, just go ahead and we're going to remind you of our topic of today. You can definitely go ahead and give us a call. Our number here is 706-955-4082. And I wanted
4802.
4802.
Right.
All right. And so I just wanted to go ahead and read a comment here from one of our Facebook Live viewers. This is from Ebony. And she states, my thoughts, the only vocals I want to hear when an artist is performing is their hook or chorus. I come to a live show to see you perform and hear you. If I wanted to hear the CD, I would have stayed in my car and listened to it. Wow.
Amen, sister.
Okay. I definitely can feel that. But thank you so much for hanging out today. You are now listening to Brother Trav Presents Hidden Gems. All right, Facebook Live. Thank you so much for participating and adding to our show. It's always fun on Sunday afternoons. It is.
It's the highlight of our day for sure.
Yes. Because if we wasn't here in the studio doing this, best believe we'd be home doing the same thing. We love music and we play it all throughout the house. So,
And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to download the Round Here Radio app. Follow Round Here Radio, especially all day long on a Sunday. This is the destination. You can just pretty much lock it in to Round Here Radio on a Sunday and just tear off the knob, as they used to say back in the broadcast radio days. Lock it in and tear off the knob.
Wow.
There was like so many stations that used to use that same thing. But yeah, what you're doing, you're waking up in the morning, listening to some gospel music here at Round Here Radio. I think that goes from 6 to 2. 6 to 2, Johnny?
Yes.
Is it 6
It starts
a.m.
at 6,
to 2?
the gospel.
The gospel?
Yeah, 6 in the morning.
Yeah, from 6 in the morning. So for you early bird church service people, we got you covered too here at Round Here Radio. So from 6 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m. it's One Nation Under God presents their gospel music, their gospel segment. So that's playing for 8 hours. 6 to 2, 8 hours. Okay, after that, we come on with Hidden Gems from 2 to 4. After Brother Trav presents Hidden Gems, then you have the Boom Bap Hour. And so we got the hip hop heads still locked in. We got Supreme MC's Rules Boom Bap Hour featuring my man Salah and also Bizzo and the sister Ruby V. They're going to be in the studio right behind us from 4 to 6. And then after that, it's a whole lot of fun, man. I tune into these guys, and usually around that time we're preparing dinner or something, or maybe eating dinner. And them guys, Nelson Curry
they
and
funny.
the Boy Wonder and Marcos, y'all ain't right. You guys are some funny guys, man. So I like listening to y'all's show. So that's Southern Soul from 6 to 8.
Sugar Shack Caravan.
Sugar Shack Caravan. Right. Nelson Curry and his antics.
That's my calling.
We got another caller. Caller, thank you very much for joining us on Hidden Gems. You are
Journey.
This is Journey. Hey, Journey. Hey, we're not on air right now, but I want you to hold on because I want you to come back and tell us about your chance to go to New York and how we can help you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And so how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Great. So when we come back, I want you to be excited, get us all pumped up and energized, and I want you to tell us how we can donate to the cause to get you where you need to get to, okay?
Yeah, we got a couple more songs.
Yeah, we got a couple more songs here, so are you willing to wait?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you can either hang on or you can call us back in like 7 minutes. It's up to you.
Hang it off.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're gonna run into Walmart real quick. We'll call back.
Okay, all good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ebony, you definitely want to look up that Coltrane. It sounds like Coltrane.
It sounds like Coltrane.
I love it.
And it's new. It's new stuff. I know my Coltrane, and it ain't nothing I ever heard.
That's
before.
right. But
It's
you can tell it's
new.
Coltrane. You know, I like that it's new, but it's still familiar. You know how some artists sometimes they grow and they develop a new sound.
Not John Coltrane.
No. Yeah,
It's
he's
very,
pretty
very
consistent.
distinct.
Right.
Very distinct sound. And what I enjoy about jazz, live jazz music, is it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's not just the sax, even though it's a John Coltrane album. It's the sax, it's the keys, it's the bass, it's the guitar.
And sometimes you forget that the sax is the main focal because he does give leads to other
everybody gets
musicians,
a solo,
right?
yeah.
Right, and sometimes he'll minimize his sax playing just for keys,
Which
you
is
know?
why I kind of have mixed emotions when you just have that one artist, like say a
Hey, Nisi Poo. Hey, baby, I'm working. I'm at the studio. I'm recording.
I'm sorry.
I'm on the radio. Go to my Facebook Live. Go to my page and go look at the Facebook Live so you can see me there. I'm at the radio. See?
Hey.
I love you, Nisi Poo. I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Hey, go to my page and you'll see the live feed and you can listen and talk to me there. Okay? I love you. Looking just like your auntie. Oh, see? Bye.
Too much.
Hang up the phone because I can't hang it up. Hang up. You know what? But see, when I'm ready to go pick her up, she don't want to come. I ain't got time to play with you, Nisa Poo.
We gotta have a separation here. I said we gotta have a separation here at work.
Oh. So this is our little dad segment right here. We started off with Alpha Anderson, and now this is Techno Soul. Flow with me.
Gonna get some church fans up in here, Swag.
Can you turn that up before you go? Thank you.
Now, I think we have Hayes on the line. Hayes, if you're out there, you can chime in on this conversation that we're having today. What we're talking about is performing live over your vocal tracks. Join in on this conversation. You can just type it in here on the Facebook Live feed. How do you feel about it? Because I actually have witnessed you do it both ways before. In fact, I originally saw you for the first time spitting over your live vocal tracks, over your recorded vocal tracks, and then I put you on a stage on one of our shows, and you know, on our show I basically was like, you can't perform over your vocal track, and instead of backing out, you manned up. You know what I'm saying? And delivered. And so kind of share with us your experience. You know, what do you think about it? Both ways. So you've done it both ways now. Hayes, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, Hayes, and if you like, you can give us a call at 706-955-4802. Yeah, that one, actually, it could have been longer, but that one's 5:57. You know, I'm just really digging that right now, and it's not even something I'm like doing on purpose. It's just that's what I'm feeling, I guess. Go home and listen to the rest of that Luke Cage soundtrack. So Ebony.
Oh, we still got a whole other song.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Journey. So we got a couple more minutes here. So just give us a minute, okay?
Okay.
Well, what we're going to do is the last song. I know that we took 5 extra minutes. Are you going to have to take something out this You're not? Because the last song is 7 minutes. So if we take that out, is that going to be time?
I mean, you got 4 minutes, then 7.5, then 6, then 7.
Turn that up, DJ. House to house every weekend. There's no need to fake it.
Lashonda Mathis, I see what you're saying out there. I'm still trying to figure out how this happened.
What?
She said, I'm still trying to figure out how this happened. Are we talking a whole poem,
Yes,
whole song?
A whole song.
Yeah, a whole song, a whole set, a whole performance.
I'm going to pull Chico Hamilton, and that'll put us right where we need to be at.
So then what we're going to do is talk over the first minute of the last song so we can get out their way to come in.
You don't even have to do that. You can just you got a talk piece coming up after this, and I'm pulling. You had 4 songs. I'm pulling that one. Y'all can just, you don't have to come back and talk. Just pull it back. You said it coming up. I got you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because it's just
so this next is going to end us is the outro.
Yeah, it'll be our outro.
This next talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, my niecey Pooh, Rakaya Young, how are you? Thanks for tuning in with us. We're at Bottom Line Studios here in Augusta, Georgia. We're here every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. I just can't take it. Let myself go. Let myself go.
You got any house music fans out there? One of my DJs is wanting to do a house party, but I'm trying to make sure we got people in Augusta who will actually come to something like that. Got any house music fans out here?
House every weekend.
Throw your hands up on the Facebook Live feed if you're a house
every
music.
Weekend. House every weekend. House every weekend. Let myself go. Let myself go. Let myself go.
Your son says, "Stop it."
Welcome back to Brother Trav Presents Hidden Gems. And we just ended our tech house disco set. Ended with House Every Weekend. Hey, I need house every weekend in my life. That was by David Zoe. Prior to that, we were with Flow With Me. That's by Techno Soul. And then we started that set with the disco queen, Alpha Anderson, with Perfectly Chic.
Perfectly Chic.
That's right. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I got a chance to dance in my chair a little bit there. But yeah, we've been having a great time. Had an opportunity to have a couple of callers here. And what I would like to do is go ahead and introduce an up-and-coming model by the name of Journey Smith.
A hidden gem for sure.
She is definitely a hidden gem here in Augusta area. I met her through her lovely mother, Reggie. Her and my husband, Brother Trav, have been friends for a very long time, and we developed a relationship. And I've had an opportunity to follow Journey, and just recently we went to an audition, a modeling audition. And as soon as she walked in the building, they were already pulling for her, trying to get her number, trying to get her card, and know who this young lady is. And so she's having an opportunity. And I would like for her to discuss with us what that opportunity is and how we can support her. And so, Journey, are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay,
hello.
yeah, Journey, if you can start out by stating your age and what school you go to.
I'm 14 years old and I go to Evans High School.
Okay, awesome. And tell us about your weekend. Tell us about your experience this weekend.
This weekend I went to Charlotte and Palmerton School. And I auditioned to be in New York Fashion Week to model for a designer and an official show.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. So if you didn't hear that, hey, this young lady was on the spot, chosen to walk for the New York Fashion Week. And so with that being said, it costs money to get there. And so, Journey, can you tell us how we can help you make it to the New York Fashion Week?
Yes. We're doing like your support, and in order to do that, I have a GoFundMe app, and also I have the Cash app. If you want to donate to that, you can. And even just by supporting me, just watching the show, like that'd be such a great opportunity.
Okay, and so you have a GoFundMe page and a Cash app. So when we go to GoFundMe, what do? Just type in Journey Smith.
Journey Marie Smith, and it's spelled JURNEMARIE Smith.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So Journey, once again, is spelled JURNE.
Yes.
Marie Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Journey Marie Smith, if you can all go out to the GoFundMe site and let's pour into this young lady. She is very, I'm inspired by her. I got to see her walk and it was beautiful. And like I said, every time she walks into a room full of designers, she is selected as their first choice. And so we definitely want to go ahead and encourage and motivate her to live out her dreams and share her talent with the world.
That's what we're all about here. So we're just going to call this movement Journey to New York Fashion Week.
That's right. Journey to New York Fashion Week.
New York Fashion Week. Yes, indeed. But thank you very much. We wish you the best, and we're here on board with you. We're going to share this link on our pages as well. And so all of our followers would know exactly how they can donate to you and your movement monetarily.
Thank you so much, Brother Trav and Sister Law.
Yes, we love you.
Being on your radio show.
Yes,
really
no problem at all, ma'am. And we'll be looking forward to hearing great things from you. So do keep all of us informed of what you got going on, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I surely will.
All right, you're welcome. And so once again, we want you to go to GoFundMe and look for Journey Smith. Once again, that's Jurne Marie Smith.
Sure. Okay, yeah. And thank you very much, listeners, for hanging out with us on another beautiful Sunday afternoon. Glad that we could be a part of your day as well as a part of your week. And once again, we're always listening to music to include into this mix. You can hit us at Uprise Enterprise at gmail.com with your MP3 formatted songs, and make sure it's radio friendly. Also, sponsorship is available. So also go to same website, Uprise Enterprise at gmail.com, and you can tell us about your ideas so we can learn how to support each other. Thank you very much. You all enjoy your week. And Brother Trav, Sister Law, tuning out.
Peace.
Stick around. We got more good music.
Brother Trav presents Hidden Gem on Round Here Radio.
All right.
Keep it locked.
We're not done. We're still here. We have some good music left here. We have our jazz segment. And so definitely want you to go ahead and tune in and listen to what we got going on. What you going to say here?
Gospel, and you're basically, because your time slots. Remember I said I never put Sunday slots against the week slots, correct? I'm still never going to ever do that. Because the past 2 weeks have proven why I can never do that. Your slot and the gospel slot have tripled in numbers.
We done tripled in numbers? Oh, love, love, love. I told you it was number one. You ain't got to tell me we're number one. I already knew we was number one. We're number one. We're number one. We're number one.
I don't know what I'm watching. Don't tell you I'm going to do that again.
I had to get it out of my system. That was me showing my excitement there.
Y'all definitely need some help.
We do.
That's every weekend.
Yes. All right, y'all hear that? We done tripled in numbers, y'all. We done tripled in numbers. So everyone is loving the show, and we're having a great time here. So thank you so much for the support. We really, really, really do appreciate it. We really, really, really do.
Absolutely. So
do make sure that you stay connected with Round Here Radio. There's independent music being played by supporting independent artists 24/7, 7 days a week. And then also, we would love to get feedback from you. So if you're available, if you can go to Uprise Enterprise and leave us some feedback, leave a review. You can also leave how you feel about the show or some comments here on this Facebook Live. But just let us know what you think about the show. Maybe if you have a topic that you would like to discuss, then go ahead and let us know. Maybe there's an artist that you think I should explore. Please definitely let me know about that. Right. If there's any producers out there that you're finding that's pretty hot and that you're following right now, let me know. All right.
And TJ, if you're still on board, man, I know you always have artists. And so if you've got some music that you want to go ahead and put out there, again, Uprise Enterprise at gmail.com. Send me an MP3 version, already radio friendly, and we'll try to get it into our weekly mix here.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Because we know you're going to put out quality music, TJ. That's for sure.
All right. And so we're going to be here next Sunday. And so do let us do let other people know so they can join in and get some of this good music. If you're not able to join us Facebook Live, we do prefer that you go to roundhereradio.com and stream live. You can also download the app on Google Play, and you can go to Alexa and just say, Alexa, play Round Here Radio. Talk real sweet to her and she'll play some good music for you, okay?
Crank that up a little bit, Swag. Thank you.
Not single, not double, but triple. What's the number? What's the number? What it say? What it say? Tell me the number. Hundreds of thousands.
Y'all was doing no, that's not like that.
Oh.
Let's say y'all was doing around 8,500.
That was the average
per hour. Y'all jumped up to where y'all doing like 22 and a half now.
Mm-hmm. So people are coming back and listening. Consistency. Right.
Not only that, I can tell what they're listening to. I can see how they're listening.
So what are they listening and focusing more?
Everything. Having it, whatever best works for them.
So, but I'm saying, like, with me increasing the jazz, is that helping out, you think?
I don't think it's not even that. They love how it is. It's just everybody's finding what best works for them to
listen to, right? Because sometimes that app, I think the best app, like the best way for people to listen if they can't stream live is to go to TuneIn app.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finding, like the feedback that we get.
Everybody different. Like most people say they can get it. Now, like if you're listening to the app right before the show starts, for some reason it kicked you off. After the show started and you go on to it, you on it all the way, and then you can switch to all the other shows, no problem.
I get cut off all the time on the app.
Yeah, mine, it was saying it would do it, but it wouldn't turn it off. It would just, I'll let turn the volume up, it would still be there.
Oh, it never did stop. Okay.
So I don't know. I've been talking to developers about it, but they're on their end when they're reading it, everything's coming through fine. So they can't see the glitch in it.
Right. I love you too, Nisi Poo.
What y'all got going on the rest of your Sunday afternoon?
Right.
How you spending it? It's summertime right now, so there's probably some live music going on in your area wherever you are. Still in the session for Candlelight Music here in Augusta, Georgia.
Yep, that starts tonight at 7:30, and I believe it begins at $8, and children are free, but I'm not sure what age that starts, but yeah.
And while we're still on the air here, I want to say congratulations to our sister Nakia Jade. She had a great show, great turnout there at Joe's Underground for her very first show. What's it called?
Blazing the Mic.
Blazing the Mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stepping out there into this world, this wild, wicked world as a promoter. It's real, right? It's real, man. Real something. Real challenging, that's for sure. Real trying.
And as you hear our jazz here, this is one of our favorites here at Hidden Gems. Maurice Brown, this is the Moroccan dance hall. And so if you've been listening to us the length of the show here, we actually started out with Morocco. The actual song was called Soul of Morocco. And so if you don't know already, I'm kind of infatuated just a little bit about Morocco. It's one of my places, one of my destinations I would like to visit. But Maurice Brown, he's a Hidden Gem. We featured him on our show here, and he's known all over the world. Go ahead and
Mo Better Brown.
Mo Better Brown, that's right. Go and look him up and download some of his music, purchase some of his music. I'm sure you'll enjoy that.
I think he's a trumpeter.
Yes, he's a trumpeter.
Mm-hmm.
Trumpeter or trumpeter?
I think both work.
Both of them work, right. And this here is Yellow Jackets. If you listen to the song, you'll understand why it's called Yellow Jackets, I think, maybe.
Is the group the Yellow Jackets?
No, that's the name of the song.
Oh.
The group is Golden State.
Oh, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. NBA
Not Golden State Warriors.
Steph Curry in the studio now. Oh, different Golden State.
Yes.
Different Golden State.
Not the basketball teams, but the Jazz collective. And so we have, this is now our 32nd episode recorded. We have had some days where we have not been in the studio live, but this is our 32nd recorded episode, and we've been on the air for about 66 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, more than a year.
Yeah, so we've been having fun.
It's been a fun ride, that's for sure.
Yes, and if you were here earlier, we have increased our numbers for listeners, and so we definitely want to make sure that you share with others, because, you know, like I say all the time, hashtag good music on my radio is good for your soul, and good music matters, right? So we want to share with others and help, you know, increase the awareness of independent artists. That's our goal. You know, we are arts advocates, and here at Round Here Radio, we support the independent artists. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And if you always follow us on our Facebook Live feed, we also encourage you to follow us a different way. Like, go into the actual Round Here Radio app, or www.roundhereradio, or actually tune in app, because those listeners get registered in the count.
That's right.
So if you're just listening on Facebook Live, your vote's not being counted.
Not yet. Not yet. But we soon hope to change that, where you can actually go online and you can see us live and hear the music as well. Right. So that will count towards that count there. Right.
And also, if you're on one of those streams, then you get to hear the music, which is what we're all about. You get to hear the music without us talking over the top of it. Yeah. You know, like some people do their vocals, talk over the top of them.
Now I'm feeling some kind of way. Be quiet.
Shade.
Hey, but there's no vocals. We are the vocals.
We are the vocals. They're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
On these. That was our topic of the week, Lakia J. You got to go back and listen to this episode. Talking about these
rappers over their vocals. If you're gonna do it right. And actually, that was my comment that night. You know, if you're gonna be the best at being the worst, then go ahead and do that. And if you're gonna be the worst at being the best, do that. Like, go ahead and finish it out. You can't be in the middle of the song and just say, oh, you know what, I don't know enough words to lip sync this one or sing on top of it, so let me just stop and go to the next song that you messing up as well. You can't do that.
Like a Boy Scout.
I'm feeling disrespected. Be prepared.
The mainstream artists and bigger artists use their vocals, yes, to a degree.
But it's not overwhelming.
It's not overwhelming. You hear them on their mic more than you would hear. We've all watched BET, MTV Awards, and heard somebody performing, and middle of Beyonce performing, single ladies, how y'all ladies feeling? And you hear it, but you hear her track.
The mic is wide open.
Her mic is way louder than her vocals on her track. We're not saying.
And you know why? Because look at how busy Beyonce is on stage. So there's no way you could deliver a solid vocal performance with all that activity.
Janet Jackson can. I've seen her do it.
She's Janet.
That is true, but that's what practice come in. I think artists think they can be out of shape and be on stage.
No, right. We didn't even get into that part.
Right.
What it takes to be an artist outside of being in the studio and on that stage.
Hey, well, Facebook Live, we're going to go ahead and get out of here to make room for the next show here. If you're available, go ahead and tune in to the Boom Bap Hour for Supreme's MC Rules Boom Bap Hour with Bizzo Beats, Selah, The Guru, and Ruby V. Yes. Hey, okay. And so Nakia J will be joining in on that conversation.
That's what's up.
All right. We'll check y'all next time. Love you.
Peace.
Ciao. Okay.